Reading Magic and Colossus, bro, it's showing you a time where Colossus is still stuck in the past. Past that's no longer existing because right now, Ilyana and him are right now separated. Where we see him adapt an overall savior complex, which is quite understandable to a certain extent because whole time, bro. Because I mean, who wouldn't want to save their brother or their sister? Then one must realize that the fact that their sister is no longer the person that they used to be. The person who has grown and shown that they can handle their own. Specifically, when you see her putting belt to ass, the overall challenges that she proceeds to take on with ease. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's almost like Colossus is smothering her. It's his own trauma and guilt that he refuses to move past. Specifically when you tell her to run off, but has shown that she is a demon when it comes to battle. They eventually handle the situation and at least in a great escape, where now they eventually meet the Baba Yaga. Which then goes into issue 4. Even with issue 4, this overall dynamic is still playing with the fact of acceptance. Specifically when you see Ilyana come back, but now her parents also have shunned her due to her being aged up. But even with that being said, past eventually catches up to the present, where either you evolve from your trauma or you let it keep you stagnant. Specifically with Ilyana, she has not let her overall trauma keep her stagnant, therefore showing the fact that the Dark Child is a part of her. It's something that Colossus refuses to accept. Then when we look at the dynamic of Colossus, he remains stagnant due to the past, a past that is also holding him back, of a past where he possibly fantasizes about the possible futures that they could have, which keeps him in a negative space. Therefore, he must live in a reality that they are currently in. Unlike Colossus, she is using her trauma as a positive, making sure it doesn't happen on others, therefore using it as a positive, where Colossus uses his where it keeps him limited. Not every sibling dynamic can be sit here and talk through just conversation. Specifically when we see the Baba Yaga and her brother, where he's the main antagonist. The little boy turned to a man who proceeded to use a spell book for his own personal gain, where even though his sister benefit from it, he did not care about the overall fact of how it will affect her. Therefore, she is also having to worry about the enemies that he has also came across. But imagine the power you gain, you also have to live while also having to turn your head over your shoulder, never knowing when somebody is also going to strike. Where now you end up even leaving this overall dynamic with your brother. Therefore, you stay in hiding because of his overall reign and power that he chooses to possess. Where you no longer see him as a person that you once loved, a person that is also has become your enemy. A man that is once not controlled by the overall love that he has, but overall the intimidation that he uses to be the person that he is. Eventually, we're going to see how Magic and Colossus is going to come out on top, bro.